Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. And this is the weekly watch list or a midweek watch list for July 21st, 2021, Wednesday evening. So what's going to happen throughout the next couple days? Is this stock market broken? That is kind of the question. And the reason I say that is because we had one big down day on Monday, and then the next Tuesday and Wednesday, we've come right back up. Now, the market is not broken, okay? Just so you guys know. This is what the market does. It will frustrate you. It's frustrated me for so many years, but I've come to the point in my own trading where I just learned to accept the market is what the market is. And that's why I love this price action, right? Because if you think about it, if you watched my weekly watch list on over the weekend, I said that we were bearish, right? We were in a waterfall. We actually had divergent right here. Okay, I drew this, and then I said we actually had a bearish engulfment where we actually broke above by a couple ticks above the previous candle's high, all-time high, and also below, and the market was in a bearish downtrend until we are actually about to go higher, or sorry, until we break above by one tick or more, we are bullish. Well, one of the other things that I did say this past week was I really wasn't bullish or bearish. I was kind of really undecided. I wasn't saying the market is clear. And sometimes you see that. And so what happens is, this is a perfect example, right? Down, down, down. We had 1, 2, 3 days, right? We opened up below the previous day's high and we sell off. And it was a nice sell off right to the 50 period. If we zoom out, almost right down to this lower trend line. But if we look over here, resistance, okay, now becomes support, the very first major retest of this level. And it was also a low volume node right at these levels too, because remember, we broke out and kept going, right? So right now the question is, are we going higher or lower over the next few days? And I'm just gonna say, let's look at the chart and which way, and actually let's get rid of this line, right? Get rid of the divergence right now because that no longer is in play. But if we zoom out, what does the market look like? There's no excess up here. We were in a bearish market. We are now in a bullish market based on the dailies, right? So we're now making higher lows, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as of right now, the market is bullish. I am bullish into the week. I actually said, hey, if we reverse today, then I would be looking for, hey, this is a potential short cover rally. That's it. But there was follow through today. I won't be surprised if we actually make new highs within the next day or two. I mean, the all-time highs were only 43.83 levels, right? We're essentially with 30 points away from that. Okay, so that's nothing. Also, there's no excess. So I'm going to lean to the side of, I believe this market is going higher over the next couple of days. And all you have to do is, if you believe that and you want to try and trade that, maybe look for a pullback, right? I'd probably be watching this 43.30 level, low volume node, right? Maybe come back, pull back overnight to clean this up, right? It's also a yesterday's high, okay? And then about 50% of this candle. And then I would say, hey, let me try there with a stop right below 2 days low, right? Wednesday's low, which is around 43.10. Okay, so you're essentially risking 20 points to the downside with maybe 30, 40, 50 points to the upside if we do get a pullback. Now remember, none of this is trade advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just some dude on YouTube making videos of what I see. So that's it. That's what's going on with the S&P E-minis. Sorry it took so long, but hopefully there was some nuggets of education in there for you. Now, let's go back and let's look at the NQ. Okay, same exact thing, kind of bounce, look below and fail, right? Look below this support level, okay, because we will old resistance, fail, move up, come back, is now support, failed, and then reverse back up, but we are bullish, same exact pattern, really no excess, everything is the same with the NASDAQ, same as what I just discussed with the ESs. Let's look at crude oil. Crude oil had a nice sell-off. I kind of drew this this past week. I said, hey, watch for the 69. We blew right through that level. Came all the way down to the 65 level, but let's zoom out, right? Hopefully this helps, guys. Look at where we pulled all the way back to, almost the point of control on this entire market profile and the high volume node, and the buyers stepped in. Crude oil, let's get rid of all these lines. Let's clean up crude oil right now and see what we have. Right now, a high, a low, a lower high, lower low. Let's grab our Fibonacci extension. We know we are in a trend. Okay, I would be looking probably around the 71, 72 level for a potential pullback, because we are making lower highs and lower lows with this. So just something to be aware of. And then if we break above this 75, okay, the trade's not going to work, but this is a nice lower high, lower low with a Fibonacci pullback. Check out my other videos for this and all that. So hopefully that helps with crude oil. And we are also in a bullish market, right? Once we broke above, we were off to the races. So that's what's going on crude oil. Bitcoin, BTC. I've been bearish on Bitcoin. I'm still bearish, but the longer it takes, the less bearish I get. With meaning, I actually think we're going to bounce from here. Okay, we came down, we've tested this level multiple times. We actually there's really no divergence per se. But with that being said, nice descending triangle, look for, or a falling wedge. This is actually a bullish pattern. I won't be surprised if we get up to 37. Now, if we take out this 29 low, watch out below, okay? If this 29 low gets taken out, watch out below. You've tested this 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay, multiple times. Eventually it'll fail and just say, hey, we're just going lower. But right now we were bearish, we're now bullish, okay? Nice clean waterfall. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you love price action, this is the purest form of a price action. Keep it simple. Okay, and then we kind of broke above. This might get some legs and rally all the way back up to the 37. This pattern is taking way too long. We should have actually already fallen. So what we might do is we might bounce, get back up here, okay, to the 3750, 37,500 level, and then reverse back over. So we will see, but line in the sand, if we break 2,900, I think we're falling and there's no saving Bitcoin, until we get to around 21, 22,000. So, if you do it, make sure you use stops, things like that. Let's take a look at gold real quick. GLD, look at this one right up to our trend line. touch, reverse. We're under the 200, under the 50, but just barely. I think sideways action for gold, maybe a little pullback, but nothing crazy on gold. Silver, same exact thing. Actually, silver is weak. I said that last week too. I go, silver was the weaker of the two, but we will see. With that being said, there is actually a little bit of divergence here, okay? If we actually kind of look, right? A low, a lower low, a low, a higher low. So there is divergence on silver. Does that spread reverse? AAPL, Apple, nice reversal, nice little pullback. I talked about this this past weekend on Apple. Watch for a potential pullback. Just draw your fibs, and these are the levels you'll want to look at for any type of pullback. Now, one telltale with Apple is if we do start to roll over, if we take out this low, we will now have a series of a high, a low, a lower high, lower low, but we need price to break. Now, nice inside bar day. If we take out this low, that 144.50 level to the downside, watch out. That might be a telltale that the market is actually a little weaker. So, and then finally, let's take a look at AMC for all you AMC traders. Nice pullback. I know I've talked about this. I said I'm still watching this 21 level, but look at that nice little pullback, filled the gap, right? Here was your gap, right? We closed here, came right to the gap and had a nice bounce. But again, a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Just grab your fibs if you want to kind of play the pullback, the Fibonacci pullback trade, and just draw them. And you're looking up around the 54, 52 to 55 levels. Also a high volume node somewhere around there for a potential roll back over. So I hope that helps, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.